twins, Ferrari, livery, tux, chaser. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to an exciting day. Today is the first car show that I'm taking this car to. I've taken it to many meets during my ownership, I've never taken it to a full, proper car show, so we're going to the British Motor Museum with petrol hedonism for tux, and that's the queue. We are a bit late. I can see a chaser ahead, a few cars ahead. Do you think there was a buy one get one free sale on wheel sets? It's Helen Stanley in her Z3, she's gone the correct way. There is an NSX behind a Mini that's smaller than it should be. So you can tell that we are an hour late. There are maybe thousands of cars in here already. It's been a long queue. You got cars parked on the field up there. To the left is the show and shine section. Just ahead is the petrol hedonism zone. There's also an indoor section inside the museum, and most of these cars will be slammed. So in a way, I don't fit in. It's nothing better than a 10 o'clock pizza at a car show. We are being spotted. We have the Minty GTR and we are now situated at our position. I bet there's like loads of, oh look, there's a chaser. I was gonna say, I bet there's loads of chasers and there's one just poking out there. And there's one just poking out there. So I've got a almost prime position advertising my show, which is coming up fast, and it's right at the top of the show and shine section, so I should probably let it shine a little better. And this is today's Lord Timepiece who have sponsored this video. You can get 10% off yours using Adam C by following the link below. But I want to walk through the show and shine section before the music starts, because there is a stage, such as this yellow Beetle, which is the best colour, with a smooth rear end. In fact, talking of yellow being the best colour, it seems people are getting the memo. It's starting to pay off. Everyone's noticing that it's the, in fact, let's go and look at that Evo, because that's going to look super. Yellow interior as well. There's a bouncing car, I'd get that fixed. Here is the yellow Evo, beautiful in that colour. Hydraulic suspension are being demonstrated, and we have some twins as well. Now I'd like to show you some cars that I perhaps haven't shown on the channel before. We've seen this many times before, but let's find something new. Because this is the first main car show of the year for modified cars especially, so let's see what's come out of the woodwork since the winter, maybe even the PS13. We have seen this many times before, I do love it. It was even at Adam C Fest last year, and whilst the 1-2s are being told on the stage, we've got a wide body Porsche Cayman. They are carbon fibre dishes as well. You'll notice you've got carbon body on this car in general. It starts there and blends into the black paintwork. Well, I guess the paintwork blends into the carbon all the way around. So around the sides and the back is the naked carbon fibre. On the top is the black paintwork. Have you ever seen a Porsche Cayman like that, with vents that certainly vent? Oh no, maybe they don't. Yes. And whilst the guy on the stage says his 1s and 2s, we've got an Audi S3, a peachy Audi S3 wide body. There's going to be a lot of wide arches around this show, looking phenomenal. And look, oh no, they don't. The vents don't quite vent on the rear. But there's one car in particular that I wanted to see, and that is right in front of me, a wide body or wide arch Ferrari F430. This has just been completed on airbags as the wide body Polo pulls in as well. Wide arch the world, wide body the world. I love seeing modified supercars, especially when it's a Ferrari. It's almost blasphemy. Ferrari might not be too pleased about this Liberty Walk conversion. But alternatively, we have the Kubelwagen, or the Thing. And music's just about to play, so I want to show you a white chaser with white wheels, a Vertex body kit. That is stunning, but we also, just down from that, have another chaser that has its brand new livery. It just makes sense. We've seen this car before in the pink through to the purple. It used to be white, which is blasphemous again, but now it's got the livery on it. It makes so much sense. Maybe one day I should put a little livery with some sponsored logos on mine to complete the look once it has finished. But this is kind of how I want mine to look. And of course, in between the two, we have another livery on the S14. I've had a thought. A lot of German cars, you see mismatched wheels. You've got Mercedes wheels on the Volkswagen. There's often Audi wheels on BMWs. So maybe my Nissan wheels on my Toyota are fine. And what has happened here, says Chloe? Well, it's more hydraulic suspension is what's happened. I reckon you could walk underneath that. And whilst the volume of the music creeps up, I'm going to wander away from the stage and towards a modified four-door R33. So the four-door Skylines have different rear light clusters. That's a big telltale sign. And of course, the bigger telltale is they're longer than they have four doors. But it's not often you get to see modified and cleanly modified four-door R33s. But Chloe's enjoying looking at the trade stands at the show. People like coming to shows and buying stuff. So with that in mind, I'm going to have a limited supply of t-shirts at my show on the 1st of May. So here are some of the cars that are by the trade stands. We've got Josie's Micro we saw in Cornwall recently. But to return back to the cars, we have a beautiful Toyota Century with elegant seat covers and a feather duster in its boot. We have one of the lowest Mark 1 MX-5s I've seen, which is next door to an almost equally as low Rover Estate and some German revolutions in the background. It's Audi v Audi. RS3 v RS3. Oh, they stopped. We have the largest spoiler I've seen on an S14. We have camber on the S2000, camber on the Z3, camber on the 350Z, camber on the PS. Maybe I need to get some camber arms for the Chaser, because that is how to get the proper tucked look. Now we've got someone anti-lagging in the top car park, so we'll head there in a bit. There's a diner over there that's going to begin soon, and then a cheeky MX-5 in the best colour. Oh, there we go, Nissan wheels on a Toyota, and another Toyota Chaser in their dark green. This one also has completely clear rear lights, wide arches too. Let me know what you think about that light setup on the back. I'm loving the JDM number plate too. And probably the most camber of the day. Has he won the award? I think he's won the award. The biggest camber setup on the E36. Look, they are tucked. That is the definition of tucked wheels. Broken heart exhaust this time. He's like that. That's a demonstration. I think I'm being summoned by pops and bangs. That sounds like a car. I can't work it out. Now, I'm not going to run to it. I'm going to walk, because I'm going to walk past some beautiful specimens in the middle of the road. Most other people are also wandering over to the noises. It's probably where the crowd is over there, but I've just been distracted again by the exhaust. Let's check out the exhaust of this Hyundai first. And now let's go look at the exhaust on one. Is that an MX-5? I'm running now. Oh, I missed it. This is a bit of an MX-5 lineup here. That was insane for an MX-5. Well, for anything, it was insane. And at the end of the MX-5 lineup, we have a Toyota Supra with another tall spoiler. He's begun again. On fire. It's not quite worked, but the Golf is still unhappy. I can hear some more pops in the distance. We've started a revolution competition. Right, another example that yellow is the best colour. And just a little further down is another yellow S15, which is next to another Toyota Chaser. Our Chaser's a little bit too common now. R8's joining in. The best colour on a 350Z with white wheels too. Oh yes, S15 has white wheels as well. Who's popping out? Was a Golf. I can smell burning plastic, so someone's bumper's on fire. There's a yellow slammed. Is that a Ford Ranger? Something a bit different. I don't think I've ever seen a modified Lancia. Is this the Beta? I'm not too great at these. Oh no, it's going to be an Upsilon. Oh look, the Cornish Seal Sanctuary. We were there last last week. I support the Cornish Seal Sanctuary. Fantastic. And we spoke to someone earlier who's come all the way from Belgium just for this show. So we're looking out for a Belgian Fiesta, as well as all the others, NSX that we followed in. But whilst looking for the Belgian Fiesta, I found another Fiesta with perhaps the largest exhaust tips on a Fiesta. Best colour. Ah, yes, there we go. There is the Fiesta that's come all the way from Belgium, and there's a bush in the way. And in the distance, we've got some fireworks from someone's exhaust, just behind a blue JZX100 Toyota Mark II with no rear interior. What is that? I might have a look. Trouble is, by the time I get there, it's going to stop. It's the Golf from earlier. Yeah, of course it is. Chloe's got a list of worries that I'm going to lose my hearing and not be able to hear her scream. Trouble with the pops and bangs is the dogs don't appreciate the pops and bangs. That's echoing off this building just over there. This is a great venue because you've got so many different photo opportunities. You can just air out on a pavement, on some grass by a fancy building, and even park back to back with your friend. Pretty clean Toyota Sora just by the duck pond with no ducks. And a two-tone 206, blue with white, with a warning sign relating to the reactions from the...
If the windscreen wipers are on, it means the floor's wet.
I don't think that's what he means. I think he's talking about the audience looking at the car, enjoying it and the visual pleasures of the two-toneness of it and the moisture that emits from that person. Yes? As I've been saying, there are so many cars to pay attention to. If you've noticed any in the background that you like in particular, let me know in the comments. Say, oh my god, Adam, you missed this. Because if I filmed every single car, it would be a very long video. There's something about a slammed estate car that I adore. This one's got some graphics around the back of it and a spoiler too. But just beyond the estate car, we have another Mark 1 MX-5 with some graphics on the side as oh, it's the Wii Arta. For some, I'm trying to work out why. It's got a Japanese DOS on it. Oh look, there you go. Nintendo Wii, a steering wheel controller and the other controller as the driving controls for the Wii Arta. That's why it's called it. I found the wheels I want. They're on a Sora. Could we do a little swap around maybe? Yeah, if you own that Sora and you want some slightly off-white wheels for a Nissan, then I'm your man. I'll do a straight swap. Maybe a bit, 20 quid.
And a Mars bar.
And a Mars bar, 20 quid and a Mars bar. But we're leaving the modern car park section of the show and we're entering the field, the top of the bank. How about this Micro? He's got the Nando's rooster on it and 3 spokes like a Dodge Viper. There's also a Nissan Pau next to it. The Pau. Honda Racing tyre icing on the Civic. Fluffy boy. And at the top of the bank, another white Chaser that everyone loves. So we can now see an overview of the whole site. A few more pops and bangs in the distance. This is how vast the show section is. And right by the entrance of the British Motor Museum, we have a Toyota Supra, but that is not what I'm paying my attention to, because right next door, there's a NASCAR, a Chevrolet Silverado, or at least that's what the body is based on, NASCAR, on display amongst all the other tucked vehicles at this show. And we've just gone inside to go to the toilet, and someone's got a bit lost. They've parked their car inside the museum. We have a whole show section on a carpet. Getting most of the attention is the RX-7. I'm loving the Escort that's opposite too. Also, hearty exhausts on the back of the RX-7 and hearty dust caps too. And a hearty steering wheel. At least it's a comfortable cushion to slam your car down on. German Chaser. But for a little change of scenery, we're actually now on the roof of the British Motor Museum. And it's evident that a diesel locomotive has just gone onto the dyno down there because there's some diesel dust floating around the show. You can see the majority of the show. And a noisy, is that an E46 has just left as well? Take a look at all the colours at the show. Wonderful. Golf's leaving. Filming cars leaving from afar. Someone just did a burnout. So they had a burnout stage and someone's done a burnout and set the smoke alarm off. So it's all smoky from the burnout and the fire alarm has gone off in the museum. So we're now outdoors again. Stinks! So everyone's evacuating the building because of the burnout. So we're going to see who did the burnout and who was responsible for the evacuation of the building. I can hear another burnout. There's an M1 something I doing a burnout. There is a burnout arena here, so cars are meant to do burnouts. It sounds like an M1 something I. Normally it is.
There you go, you can see the smoke. Oh dear. So the haze demonstrates where the burnout came from. There's someone stood on the roof of an off-roading Supra Mark IV, and here is the responsible party. It might be an M2 something, right?
Yes, it was.
So I know now that they are halting the situation due to the fact that the alarm's still going off and seeing what they can do. But good news, that's brought us round to this wide-arched E30 that I hadn't noticed previously. There's also a GTR shooting flames, which might set off the fire alarm. Yeah, no, they've been told no more burnouts, I think, because of the alarm. Well, down from the Supra. So let's go past the Toyota Crown, past the bagged R8. How about that? And to the other crowd for the actual fire. That smoke alarm is not picking up currently. Oh, that is definitely a GTR. GTRs just after the fire alarm went off. R8 V8 was revving as well, but we couldn't hear it quite above the pops of the GTRs. Continuing more. In the meantime, here is a turboed MX-5 with a very externally mounted turbo. But perhaps due to the smoke alarm going off, the fire engine is coming. It's automatically called as soon as the smoke alarm's gone off. Oh dear. So that was the burnout, not the GTR's flames that did this. It wasn't you, it was the burnout that set off. Yeah. Safety is key at these events, and the fire engine is here due to the alarm. It's all good. It's all good news. Here is another chaser, some more good news. And the drone is going about 1,000,000 miles an hour through the show. Oh, here he comes. Whee! And now, as well as the R8 V8, we have the V8 CM. It's the yogurt on a stick. It's yogurt. Chloe hates it. It repulses her because it's got the texture of like a soft cheese. But it's yogurt. It's not sponsored. I just found yogurt on a stick. I was like, I'm having that. But to make Chloe happy, we're going to the bar, which is by the Liberty Walk 458. Yet another Liberty Walk Ferrari. Now got the S4 rolling out. He'll set my alarm off. I'll unlock it so it doesn't go off and embarrass me. There we go. He's been told to keep the noise down. Wow! What is in that? That's some kind of engine swap in the Golf Estate. But now as this 500 brake Fiesta is leaving, with a little bit of a demonstration, we're going to do that too, but that'll be in a separate video of the cars leaving. So make sure you hit that bell when you subscribe to be notified for that video, because it will be one not to be missed. You know the kind of cars that are here. You'll get to see them on the road. So follow me on all my social channels for the updates, highlights and pictures that I take at these meets and more. But for now, thanks for watching.